Welcome to the Blue Green Ocean Road podcast. And George is here. George is somewhere pretty cool, actually. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm up in at the No Comfort Motel up
Uh,
here in Ken My Bunk Hold, Maine.
This is this looks like an episode of Camping with Steve.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you don't
how
watch
are ya?
you never watch any of them, huh?
I do, but I don't know.
You don't
Like,
know?
is that the one? Is that the guy that camps in those
Well,
unorthodox places, like
yeah,
sides of the road?
yeah.
Nah,
Where we're all headed.
not.
Yeah, you gotta learn.
Yeah,
These are life skills for us, George. You should. I know
been
it's
there,
hard.
done that, man.
It's hard to face
Been
it,
there.
but you know, you got to know how to sleep in a rotary. You just do. Behind highway signs and
Oh, I've been there, done that.
yeah.
Slept on the hood of cars in the rain. We've all done that. I've had those skills. I could be teaching those skills, man.
I
But
found that it seemed to been it wasn't really so much of a skill as I seemed to had already known how to do it.
right, comes natural to some of us, I
Yeah,
think.
like I think I'll sleep in the car instead of outside.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you get used to it. It doesn't freak you out when you have to do it. It's like, oh well, I'll just sleep in my car, or I'll roll my sleeping bag out here on the ground and sleep here. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
I'll
this is life
I'll
now.
right. I'll start a fire if I need it.
Oh,
You
I've
know,
done that.
cook a can of beans. I'll be fine.
Officer says, "Put out the fire. You're under arrest." Says, "Yeah, you're gonna put me in the county jail. Warm bed, breakfast in the morning.
Hell yeah.
Sign me up."
Nah. So went up here to see something a bit ridiculous, just for something to do as a family up to see the lighting of a Christmas tree up in town here. And it's a silly thing. And it, just like Salem, Massachusetts, it's grown over the years. So there's like this outrageous mass of people all standing around this tree. There's probably about like 10,000 people standing around a little tree in a little tiny square in a tiny little town up in Maine. Mostly mass holes and stuff, but just waiting for this tree to get lit. It's very silly, and the shops are all full of this ridiculous gifty merch, that I can't stand looking at for more than like 50 seconds. And it's just bizarre. But this is nice sitting here. The sun's out for now. It's going to be like an overcast gray day, and it's not so bad.
Yeah,
I can deal with that.
I like the way you went. You did a whole circle. You went from, this is awful to ain't so bad.
Yeah. Well, it's the tide's coming in. I'm sitting in the back of my pickup truck.
Oh,
You
is
know.
that harbor one of those that has that extreme tides? Like it looks like the ocean gets sucked out and comes
No,
like Prince Edward Island.
that's up. That's up in New Brunswick. Just as you, I forget the name of that park. I stayed there at that park. It's just over the line, and if you go north in Maine and you cross over into New Brunswick, what the hell the name is that? Bay of
Oh yeah,
Fundy Park
Fundy.
or some
Yeah,
provincial park.
that's Prince Edward
Yeah,
Island's
it
up
is.
there, right?
It's Prince Edward Island's on the other side of New Brunswick. You got to go all the way north, and then there's like a 7 mile bridge that'll take you out there.
Man, Fundy's a hell of a name.
Yeah,
I want to be called Fundy. Dave Fundy. That's my
Dave
new name.
Fundy.
I'm taking it.
But it's great, and
He never leaves.
Fundy. Okay.
Dave Fundy
Fundy
is still
podcast.
here.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another, podcast of the Blue Green Ocean Road. Your host, Fundy,
Fundy, Dave Fundy.
Dave Fundy. Yeah,
Dave of Fundy. I am the Dave of Fundy. I am Dave of Fundy.
Yeah, that's right. That clicks.
That does.
Dave of Fundy.
Yeah.
Hey, let's all go up. We'll go up in the summertime, up to the Bay of Fundy Provincial Park. We'll all stay.
Let's start a
We'll do
band.
a podcast
We call
up
ourselves
there.
Fundy. Just Fundy.
The Fundy Boys.
Fundy. And like the album will have a big mushroom on it. Just one. A Liberty Cap.
Bay
Giant
of
Liberty
Fundy. Giant Liberty Cat.
Fundy. There's only one song on the album. It's called Oh Wow. And it makes no sense.
Just the swish of the tide rolling in, and the sirens they had these like sirens that go off up there, and then the tide rushes in because you get caught combing the beach while the tide comes in. You get swept up in it and drown like a miserable
So
bastard.
the sirens call you into the ocean and you die.
Right.
But you die happy.
These sirens are it's not a nice siren like a beautiful, sea maiden or anything like that, or naiad, but it's like a big, horrible air raid thing that goes off. So make sure that you can hear it.
Oh, so you're not being drawn to something, you're fleeing from something.
Right.
You're still
You don't
running in
wanna
that direction, though.
Right. You don't want to stand around and listen to this. You want to run away from
No. Hideous noise. Ah. Let's escape. Here, I'll dive into the bay and start swimming furiously towards England. That'll solve it. That'll solve my problems.
Well, the sun's out for now, but it's going to be like overcast and gray.
That's
I don't know what
good.
I'm going to do today. I don't want to go look at any more merch today. I want to go do some beach combing with the family and stuff,
We'll
I
do
get
that.
burnt out. Yeah, just wander around down by the shore somewhere.
You're not a big shopper?
No, can't take it. The older I get, the least tolerant I get of it.
Hey, Mike.
Mike.
Hey, man. How you doing?
All right.
Not so bad. About yourself?
You saw a little baritone today.
Yeah, I don't know why my voice is so deep. I'm even freaking out my cat.
I know, but it sounds cool. You should.
I know.
You should make one of those, love albums or something.
That's right.
Oh, which
Come on, baby. Say it.
Barry
say it,
White,
say it.
right?
Come on, baby.
Do the Barry White thing, man.
Do it.
I'm black, I'm sweaty, and I'm fat. And
I'm getting. I think I'm feeling something.
Come here and get some loving, baby.
It's good thing good thing you're far away.
can't get enough of your love.
Stop it now. Stop it.
Oh, baby. Can't get enough of your love.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm about.
Can't get enough
Careful,
of
don't
your
get it
love,
on your
baby.
couch.
Oh, I don't know.
Early
I'm standing
morning
here in
dew.
a pool of sweat.
I don't know why. My voice sounds like Barry White this morning. I don't know why. My cat looked at me like, you're fucking Barry White. And he fucking ran out of the...
Hey, boys. Sorry I'm late.
Hey.
You
My phone
missed
was
it,
acting
man.
funny.
Mikey was making us hard.
That's my Barry
It's
Well,
White.
Check out Mike's voice this morning.
Check it out, man. He's one sexy man.
Barry White.
you watching sports again last night, Mike? Were you cheering for your team?
I don't know what it is, man.
He
I
doesn't
don't
know what
what's
it
going on.
is. He woke up with it. And he's
I wasn't
having
Rah, rah.
I wasn't screaming. I wasn't doing anything.
Oh, shit.
Just getting
Maybe you
old.
should have been.
There you were, just aging.
Hey, where you at, George?
Yeah, there's some motion behind you.
He's
Up
camping with
at
Steve.
can my bunk hole
What you doing up there, man?
Shopping.
Oh, don't ask, man. Just
George
doing
is
the
shopping.
family trip thing, you know. It's,
Oh,
He
no.
just does. He just does as he's told, man.
That's right. Get in the car and go, man.
Yeah. They're looking for you.
Pack
You
us
want this
out, pack us
lifestyle?
in.
You want to
No.
continue this lifestyle? Get in the car.
It's not camping with
Goddamn.
Steve. It's hiding with George. Family's looking for me, so I'm down here by the Bay of Fundy.
That's right. Well, no, I wish I was at the Bay of Fundy, actually. We were just talking about that.
That's why I'm changing my
it's
name
not
to Dave
it's
Fundy.
not- that's right.
I want to be
Dave
called
Fundy.
Dave Fundy.
And we're going to do it the Fundy Provincial Park. We're going to do a podcast.
Yeah, it's not a bad.
up
We're
there
going to call
summer.
it Fundy.
Get the
It's
four
all
of
good
us.
to get a
Gonna
podcast.
go.
See it later.
And
I'm in. I love that place.
all right, let's
It's
go.
fun.
Let's go, baby.
How you doing, Dave?
I'm pretty good, man.
Yeah, good.
Hey, my pen's running out.
You vaping, Dave?
I'm vaping. Yeah.
Vaping, Dave. At it again.
I'm so good at this podcast thing now. I shouldn't even say that. I'm not even recording. Did I get big before it starts?
That's it. I'm out.
Babe and
Anyway,
Dave,
I-
blue green.
I got to cut my part short because I got to get. I
You gotta get shopping.
rolling.
Yeah, you
I
know.
got to go look at merch.
His
all
spidey
day.
senses are going.
Fuck that.
They're thinking about. They're going. Where's George? Where's George? And the vibes are hitting you all the way down there by the Bay of Fundy.
That's right. Come back. We got stuff to do.
No, you don't.
So, Mike, how's your foot?
My foot?
Or whatever.
Whatever that thing was troubling you before, whatever it was your foot, your neck, whatever. What's the
Did
difference?
you get an MRI on your foot?
That foot's going somewhere. No, baby.
Short circuiting. I got short circuit.
You really don't
Wait.
listen to other people, do
You
you?
probably just got up. I've been up a while. I'm all warmed up and shit.
I'm going to have to get high with you because I can't take it anymore.
That's the only way to get through it. Me and Mike couldn't even start talking until we scored weed. We'd get together and just look for weed, and then we'd talk. And then like that we relaxed. We couldn't even visit each other until we found weed. Remember that? We're gonna find the guy who's we're gonna wait behind the building, and maybe he'll come. He's gonna call back. Yeah, now you just
Got it at the store.
I have-
unreal, right? What a time.
You have no personality until you scored a bag, you know.
Yeah.
Man, you know, the rest of the world is going to shit. But weed and beer just keep getting better.
Yeah. Everything around me is all right.
Had an Orono IPA last night that just couldn't be beat.
Really?
It's just the best. Yeah.
Oh, man. I wish I could still drink IPAs. I love them. I miss that.
Well, I can drink them.
Hey.
It's just it leads to.
Well,
We're-
yeah.
We're gonna go barbecue. We're gonna go do barbecue, Mike, in Danielson. I found an awesome barbecue place on the order of Gutbusters.
No way.
Remember the old Times Square Cafe?
Yep.
Right there in that lot, there's this open air barbecue guy with a big barbecue pit, and I had the best brisket sandwich I've ever had. Not that pulled pork style brisket, but big slabs of melt in your mouth brisket and a sandwich, and it was just absolutely perfect. It was.
Are they open? Are they open today?
Yes, they'll be open today, but it's
Do you
an
think they're
outdoor
open right
thing.
now?
I think they are. Well,
All right, see you,
sometime
boys.
today, maybe noontime.
Oh.
We got to get up there. We got to get up there. No alcohol, but it's good sitting around and.
Well, that other place didn't allow alcohol either. They just made an exception for us. We had to drink it out of paper
Yes.
cups.
Yeah, we kept it nice and on the down low, as they say.
Yeah.
So
We didn't cause any trouble.
no, but this is a worthy place. It really is. These guys are doing it right. You know,
Oh, that's excellent.
they
That's
don't
good
know
to
anything about. They only know vaguely about those Gutbuster folks. They're not in association with them, but
Yeah.
It's definitely worthy.
That's a place where a woman used to keep a gun on her hip. Remember that?
Yeah. Big
So
iron on her hip.
she's actually remember my nephew Corey?
Corey and Trevor? Yeah.
Corey and Trevor? Yeah, she's that's what I call those two guys. Corey and Nathaniel, or Corey and Trevor. And if you know them, you'll know that's a good apt description of them. Anyway, he's with her now. She's with him now.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah. Down in New Jersey.
Jersey.
Boy, the connections we make, huh? That's weird.
What a small. That's a small world. It's like a Rhode Island thing or a Southern New England thing.
Yeah.
That former guy that she was partners with in that Gutbusters, he got arrested for pulling a gun on a local fireman.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that wasn't very smart.
Hey, don't put out my fire.
Yeah, that was. I
You
don't know
know,
what
if
the
you-
deal was, but he shouldn't have pulled a gun because he got arrested.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was the end of that.
And then
Well,
you
that's
get
the
stopped
thing.
every
You
time
you,
go
you
down the
carry
road.
a gun. You're tempted to pull it out and act the fool with it, and
That's the problem with carrying a gun, man.
That is
Yeah.
the problem. You might
use-
have to shoot somebody.
Yeah.
Handguns
And
are
how
made
many-
for killing. Ain't good
How
for
many
nothing
times
else.
in your life have you had to have a gun on you, besides hunting?
right. And how many times you're out in public and you go from 0 to 60 with some fucktard, and you just
Oh,
You
yeah,
may
like
get tempted
road
to-
rage.
right.
You kind of know about that. I've seen you.
Who,
I've
me?
seen you a couple of times. Yeah, I've seen you a couple of times, and I thought, boy, I'm glad he doesn't have a gun on him.
Where is this?
In Warwick,
I don't
when you lived in
remember.
Warwick, George,
I'm not
You lived in
remembering,
Warwick.
man.
Yeah,
Let's-
I used to
Yeah,
drive.
short
I used to
Oh,
live in
Warwick.
Mook down there. I was the same guy you were, George. It's just Warwick. It ain't you. No, it's Warwick. Go ahead, drive around there for a while. See if you don't turn into that guy.
your fuse gets shorter as soon as you drive into that town. Your fuse gets
Yeah,
shorter.
you lose it. You just want to
Everybody.
die, and you want to take
Everybody.
somebody with you.
I suppose you're right, man.
It's true. It's fucking true. I did it with a milk truck, though. I could just get out there. I think it was angle line and diamond plate for a floorboard. A car hit me once, right? It just shattered. Nothing happened to my milk truck. All the pieces went
No,
underneath
that
my
thing's a
legs because I was
tank.
sitting high. Yeah, no shit.
Compared to new cars, that thing's a tank.
Yeah, well, the guy welded it that way. These were all out of the junkyard. That's
Yeah.
just what the guy did. Diamond plate and angle iron. The thing had lousy fucking gas mileage, but it was a tank, and it went great in snow. The thing was actually pretty
Yeah.
cool. Divco.
We did something pretty cool last weekend. We went. My brother he's got this camper. Speaking, the gas mileage reminded me of this. He bought this camper, a GMC camper from the '70s. Really cool looking, really nice camper. But it gets gallons to the mile instead of miles to the gallon.
It's
And,
gas. It's gasoline.
We all went up to Worcester. To it was called Mesmerica, and the ceiling and it's like the science center, and they have this, what do they call them, where they do the shows where they show the stars.
Yeah.
Planetarium. It was a
Yeah,
planetarium. And so they projected this thing on the ceiling,
Yeah.
and they had this music going. It's like this kind of new age mood music with a guy with one of those thumb pan drums thing. Anyway, it's pretty cool. Really psychedelic stuff, computer graphics and all. And it was fun. I couldn't, because of the thing in my neck, I couldn't really look up. So I'm looking up this way most of the time, kind of.
Wow.
It was
That
still
sucks.
pretty cool.
Shit.
What, are they beeping the horn for you, George?
Yeah, I gotta go.
No, you don't. Fuck
Shit.
that.
Yeah. We could pick. Too bad we couldn't do this later.
What's another half
Put us on
hour?
the Spot.
Why don't you just take us with you?
Yeah, but
Why the fuck? Why you gotta go? You use a
Yeah,
cellular,
that's great.
ain't
Take us with you.
all right. Let me
Fuck.
see. Let me see what I can do.
you?
Yeah.
We'll give Joy a hard
All right.
time.
Yeah. We want to see stuff. Show us the
Yeah, we
stuff.
want to go shopping with you. Take
You
a
want to see
shower,
what it's
George.
like. You want to see the hell that your life is.
I want to buy something made out of seashells.
Can't get enough. Yo,
Yeah.
baby.
Some kind of
Can't get
fucking
enough
hat.
of your love, babe. I
Some kind of
don't
attitude
know. I
t-shirt.
don't know.
And that's a nice shot right there. You should stay right there. George is a tree now. That's it. He's seriously hiding. He
No
became
one's
a
gonna kill me
tree.
if I look like a
Hey,
tree.
look, the way will they fuck with me? Yeah.
He was just taking a whiz behind that.
Yeah.
Wizard with George. That could be a YouTube channel. Stealth whizzing.
George takes whizzes in all different places. That'd be
So he's
Massachusetts.
carrying around step twos. Step twos and number ones.
You see the recent one?
Ah,
The what?
You see the recent one where he's behind the fire station?
Yeah. Yeah. That was actually nice. That was actually a nice place.
Yeah.
I watched a couple. I watched a shitload of them. I watched that one where we went behind that sign that had all the spray paint on it and shit. It looked like it had electricity, but it took a. That's the one where his stove blew up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. He took the rice cooker. He went back, took the rice cooker, and he says, he comes out of the woods with the rice cooker. He says, I don't even know how to describe what I just did. It's walking out of the woods with a rice cooker. So yeah, that was great. He gets a little baked after a while. You know, he starts getting like, he calls it bear balls. Then he goes out and he's like, taking, this is the place. Can we see it from the road? No, Steve, don't go out there. Don't do it. You're gonna get busted.
Well, so where you at now, George?
I don't know. Somewhere where my wife is, I think. She's calling me on the
Like a
phone.
I'm lost.
So did you guys like stay up there overnight, or
Thank you.
did you drive up in the morning?
Oh, yesterday.
Ah. So not only you got to go shopping, but you're gonna spend money on a motel. Fuck sake.
Yeah, the
Christmas shopping really more expensive.
it is way more expensive.
so
Hey.
where are you?
Oh, I like that.
HW.
Buy me that. Buy me
Hey,
something,
look at
George.
him.
In Massachusetts or Maine?
Something with a seashell in it.
Man. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. That was my fault. Please. Oh, thanks.
Oh, George is gonna get in a fight.
I know. It's one of those times, man. It's a good thing.
That would be funny.
Walk in rage.
Go back there and kick his ass, George.
Look at that guy.
Yeah, I'm just a damn fool walking around with a freaking phone.
That's how you get out of going on those things. Get in a fight, and she won't take you anymore.
Yeah,
That's
right.
right.
Just
That's
walk
right.
around, just slamming everybody in the shoulder with your shoulder. Just everybody, just like walk into them, right?
Yeah.
Knock things out of their hand. Every time you
Oh
see
my
a sword,
God.
flip it in their face. Start knocking hats off.
Oh, they're not there anymore. Good.
Well, you missed him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, all right.
No.
all right, you got
waiting
the,
for
now
a-
it's even better. See?
See, you're off the hook now.
Nah, and now you're inside. Hey, show us the place. You got a balcony? Hey, you
No.
got room service? You got a bar?
No.
You have a
No.
key?
Well, there is a bar. But,
Well, fire it up.
Just give her the credit
Yeah,
card.
just get wrecked in the morning, George. Fuck it.
Just give her the
You
credit
know, make a
card.
good move when they get back.
Yeah.
They won't want to take
easy
the
for
load
you
out
to
there.
say.
Just take my money, honey.
Yeah,
Just take it.
yeah. You'll
Take
want
it.
to. You'll want to give
Here's
it
the
to
card.
her. I
I'll
love
see you in
you.
8 hours.
Let me just resolve this and then.
Alcohol's amazing.
Let the alcohol do your thinking.
Everything
for you.
up there.
Yeah. It makes
You need to
makes
become
Become
everything
the
better.
alcohol.
I love flying when I could
Become
get
the
wrecked.
liquor, George. Let the liquor do the thinking.
Yeah.
She needs girlfriends to do this with.
Yes, one.
Oh.
No, I got to resolve this before. Hang on a second, guys.
Let the liquor
Hey, you in
resolve
trouble?
it, George.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Oh, he didn't want us to hear him talking to his wife.
No, he's got to use the phone or something.
It's got to resolve
Oh,
the
Hey,
that's
issue.
what it is.
we're still here. We can hear everything.
No, don't tell him.
No,
Or-
I want to see the motel, man.
He knows we're there.
She's gonna. It's more fun for her to do this with friends. That's what you got to talk to her about.
It's true.
especially like you're always
I
complaining.
have my kids with me.
Why does she want to go
Well,
with an old?
spend time with your kids, though. I mean, you know.
It's like one of those things.
I get it. That's what I tell my kids, man. I want to give you the best Christmas present. Just spend some time with me.
Yeah.
Let's go do something. That would be the best
Yeah,
Christmas
let's do
present.
something
you can give me.
together. It's true. Where am I? I don't even know where I am.
I know, you're in the same
Yeah.
spot.
He's lost.
What are you, trapped?
This is a long elevator ride. Holy
Is it
shit.
elevator?
It goes down, it goes up. Yeah.
What if it breaks down and you're stuck in there for 8 hours?
Yeah, it ain't moving. She'll never
It
believe
serves
you.
me right.
She'll never fucking believe you.
What's the name of that motel?
It's
I
good
can
thing
be
we're making a
over-
podcast of the thing. Oh, shit. I was hoping, like, he's peeing in a bottle later. and shit.
Here we go. The maid's here.
Oh, free
well, we'll have
toilet
a quick-
paper.
A little quick in and out, and then we can go shopping.
Get a handful of them little shampoos.
No, they get them
I
bolted.
don't need any
Have you
myself.
been to a motel recently? They bolt into the wall. Hey,
Oh, no, I'm afraid of bed bugs.
finally. Uh-oh.
I said, Daddy probably walked down to town.
Walk downtown.
Oh yeah. Now don't say nothing.
Podcasting. Here, I borrowed your jacket.
This is a day in the life.
Day in the life.
I read the news today. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Not so lucky, man.
Yeah, look at this. This used to be the servants' quarters.
Wow.
Pretty good.
That's what I'm thinking.
Now they don't even give you a quarter.
Yeah.
That's
Get
why,
out.
Like it's got
They say at the end of the day.
ceilings, like an attic.
Right.
What the? Hi.
Hey, Joey.
Oh, hi guys.
Billy,
Yeah, let's head down.
Get back in that elevator.
All right, guys.
right,
Here
have
we
fun.
go.
Fun, man.
Fun, guys.
All right, see ya. See you, George.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't spend too much money.
Too late.
Damn.
Now we can spend too much money.
Don't buy frou-frou.
Oh, fuck.
Do they have a Home Goods up there?
All they sell in those places is fucking frou-frou, you know?
Home Goods, man. He's going to Home Goods with his wife.
God. That's like my
did some-
worst.
I did some shopping. I bought
Did ya?
that. That's Earthrise. That poster behind me.
Okay. I don't see it, but that's okay.
It's got to get better. I just got.
Earthrise is one of the most profound pictures humans ever taken or drawn.
Yeah. Well, we got to the moon and took a picture.
Yeah, it's the most profound picture any humans ever.
Yeah.
It's
that's
the
it.
our first look at ourselves.
Yeah.
The Earth became self-aware that day.
It's not even that big.
Well, depends on where you know. That's why they call it relativity. Depends on where you're standing.
You ever see the one? Yeah, that's that last one Voyager took. They turned the camera around, took a picture of us.
The pale blue dot.
That wasn't even in the mission. Sagan brought it up. Say, before you turn it off, why don't you do that? Jesus, that's weird, right? It's a good thing he was around.
Oh, he was
Okay,
great.
We've seen everything.
It
Take
was
the
a
camera
different.
off. We're done.
It was a different mindset back then.
That's
you know?
also though that picture, the pale blue dot picture, is also one of the most profound pictures any human has drawn or taken.
Looks like a dust speck.
Yeah, I mean, so the meaning, the implication behind both of those pictures, really, you know,
It's cool. It's a cool time we lived in.
yeah.
Voyager, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did that.
Not as important as we think we are. That's what it
Nope.
means to me.
I always wish we'd gone back to Neptune. And there's no way I'm going to see that now. I'm not going to live long enough. They're not even drawing it up.
There's no missions to Neptune, and
Nah. It should be. There's that one Triton or no Triton. It's not Titan. There's Titan and Triton. Triton. It's got like volcanoes. All they do is they just got a quick look and go, "Oh, look at that!" And then phew, Voyager was gone. They go, "Fuck!" There's like atmosphere and there's we saw geology, maybe water. Wow. Okay, we should go back there. The moons were fucking wild.
Mikey looks like you got something to say.
I was just to say it. I already said it. Don't you think that was the biggest message, though?
Yes, perspective.
That we're not as important as we think we are here. We're just a little dust mite
Yeah,
in the fuck.
But the first picture also shows you that, that sense of scale. But it also shows you how rare the planet, how special. I mean, we're not special. We're just a speck, and yet at the same time, it's very special.
Oh yeah.
If you found another living planet like Earth with a complete ecosystem, you would be amazed by it. You would think it's the most special place in the universe. But that's what we are. We're that planet that we're looking for.
Yep.
That discovery of which would change our whole beings. But we got to look at ourselves and understand how beautiful, precious, and at the same time meaningless we all are. That's the great thing about it all. It's both special and insignificant.
And when we finally discover that, we're gonna look back and say, why did we put all this energy into looking elsewhere?
Well, yeah. I mean,
because it's fun. Because it's curious. You ever go down, like when you take a canoe trip, right? Do you want to turn around and see what you just saw? Or do you want to keep going down the river? You know what I mean? Like,
I just want to see what's up around that next bend.
Huh?
Yeah, it is fun. Yeah, exploration is fun. But,
There's no but. There's no but.
There is a but. There's a bigger picture of the planet. What we are. What you just said.
Yeah.
Well, some people everybody doesn't have to go.
There's an argument to say, there's a valid argument to say, if we put as much energy into that as we put into this planet, it would be a happier species. It would be healthier and happier. We put the kind of money we put into space exploration back into this planet, back into making people, healthier, happier,
Hold on a minute.
There's a valid argument for that. I get both sides, but there's a valid argument for that. It's not just one-sided. It's not just, explore endless space because it's there, and while we're fucking eating shit all over the planet. You know what I mean?
Hold on a minute. So NASA's annual spending is $30 billion a year, right? So that's a drop in the bucket in our country's expenditures.
Yeah.
And it certainly wouldn't solve the problems you're talking about.
You can stop fucking killing each other. That'd be fucking
That's a
nifty.
drop. That's a drop in the bucket compared to the problems you're talking about. It wouldn't solve anything.
That
$30 billion wouldn't solve.
I'm not saying that would solve all the problems or anything. I'm just saying there's a valid argument, to like realizing what we have here on this planet.
Well, I think.
Yeah, but don't get upset at.
I think that's really important.
I
think you're right. It's really important. Somehow, though, our exploration of space is really in those two photographs. It's kind of done that. Though.
Yeah, it's always going to be shit, Mike. You can't. It's always. Going to be
that's
shit.
kind of a cultural result of those two pictures. The impact that had on our culture, kind of makes a lot of us think about how special we are.
Makes me happy
and want to take care of it.
Sure, it's a big part of that.
But it's absolutely true, man. You're absolutely right. We really need to focus on this planet. I'm just saying that cutting NASA's budget off wouldn't really do it.
I'm not saying it's going to solve all the problems, that the money we put into. That's a lot of fucking money, man. And it's not just the money.
They paid my rate, and Whitey's on the moon.
It's the brains. It's the energy. It's
How about I had my fill of Whitey on the moon?
Yeah, well, I see your point, but I think that.
But that's not my complete stance. I get both sides of it, But I'm just saying there is an argument, and that it's a valid
argument.
There's a lot of money,
Yes.
Instead of the defense industry,
you just said.
We could be feeding that wouldn't even take as much as we spend on defense to feed the world. You know, um,
But I
I
side
think there's
with
a lot more money
send another
available
probe.
if you wanted to take the defense
Let's
budget.
see what
for
Triton's
instance.
like.
But humans, like, if you think of us as a society, and a society as a kind of hive and a hive mind. I mean, there's some parts of humanity that you're never going to convince to not look out and look up.
No, I get it.
There's a certain population of us that you're never going to convince, and there's a certain population of us that you're never going to convince that that's where we should be looking for anything.
Right.
So I'm kind of in the middle myself. I mean, I think we have to go both ways.
We
waste
should
a lot of money on a lot of bullshit that we could be using for helping people.
Yeah, and it's not just space exploration; it's other things too, like you were saying, military, all this other stuff.
We give money to companies that are so profitable that they pay zero in taxes. They're trillion-dollar companies, and we give them money. We're still giving them money.
Yep.
We subsidize all kinds of bullshit we don't need to be subsidizing.
Yeah, we subsidize all kinds of countries and bullshit and all that. Yeah, for sure.
And most of it is like for hostile ends anyway. So I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of money we should be focusing back on our planet. I mean, this, one of the problems in Western culture is like we don't see it like as we see ourselves as separate.
Right.
So it's like two skin cells thinking that they're separate.
Yeah.
When they are. And every skin cell is an individual, but it's part of a much larger whole and onward until you get to this planet. That was us looking back on ourselves for the first time. Not us humans, us the planet.
Right.
We, the big we.
Consciousness, yeah. Anyway, enough seriousness for today.
Fuck yeah.
But, I get both sides of it. I'm not saying that we shouldn't do any of it.
There's two sides, of course. There's two sides. I'm on that side where, send another rocket up. I want to look at that moon. But, get money somewhere else. There's other money. There's more money. There's money out there.
Yeah. I guess we just disagree with the priorities that we have as a nation.
Yeah, there's plenty of things we could
spend our
toss.
money.
Like, subsidy for corn or some fucking thing.
They subsidize all kinds of shit.
What, they can't sell their own corn?
Sometimes I'm like, it's like, are we ever going to evolve as a planet beyond?
No.
Oh.
We're going to kill ourselves. We're going to die. We're going to die because all species do that. They use up their environment and then they die.
Oh, that's what we say now because that's our mind. There's always going to be war. There's always going to be this. But I think, I think we have it because some people do have it in us. So why can't more people have it in them to see beyond war and all this other stuff,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that. Why?
Well, I feel sorry for them.
Some of us have that,
Yeah, right.
Why? So it's possible that eventually, we'll all have that, or most of us will have that. So that'll be the way people think,
I think about it like I'm glad it's not happening to me now. There's always war going on somewhere on this rock, and I ain't been near one yet. Nobody's ever lobbed a fucking mortar at me or any of that shit, or dropped bombs from a goddamn plane. I mean that's a motherfucker. Yeah, when
right.
You know what I mean? Here's your life. You got a car, you got a job, you got an apartment. All of a sudden, it starts raining fucking bombs.
That saying if
I'm glad that ain't happening around me. I just as far as I think about it, I like that it's not happening near me.
Dave, you know that saying, like, unless everybody's free, nobody is free,
Yeah.
So it is happening,
Yeah,
it's
but I want to
happening.
enjoy myself a little bit while I'm here, because I'm not even sure why I'm here or even what this is, So I just can't fucking, I used to get The Nation. I used to read The Nation every week. And oh my God, fuck me.
Yeah, the problem is real. It's real, man.
I had to stop.
Yeah, well,
actually, I'm at an age now where there's nothing I could do anyway, right? Like stop fighting for something. I don't even know why anybody my age tries, because it's not even our future anymore. It's none of our fucking business, really.
Well, there's a Western thought for you. How about this? How about the great law that said, in all our actions, we have to consider its impacts on the next 7 generations? if we all lived like that, if that was the great law of the United States, things would be very different, wouldn't they?
Yeah, well, we've always bummed that we weren't doing that. I mean, my life was spent like that. I mean, I tried to put my resources into things that would, like, slow this shit down, but, I mean, what the fuck? It's impossible. Like, I got my friend, he still goes at it. That guy from Greenpeace, right? He's still at it. You know what I mean?
Do you think everybody should give up?
Huh?
Do you think everybody who's fighting for justice or whatever should just give up?
No, it's just like sometimes you just need to back off a little bit. That's all. I do it. Sometimes I need a break. When Kissinger died, John asked me to go to Stop and Shop, get him chocolate cake. So I think this is something he does when something good happens.
Well, yeah.
The irony is that the true evilness is like when the majority of people, they try to do something better for the planet, like drive a hybrid or something like this, and then they realize, or somebody comes out with like where all that lithium's coming from, and how we're like, destroying all this.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to think about something? When like Kissinger overthrew Chile with the democracy with a military coup, and it was one general that was refusing to play along, and he had him killed. Kissinger had him killed,
Yeah.
and that Chile is a fucking mess even today. Since that,
Yeah, they did a lot of damage.
Now the son sued Kissinger, and the day he was taken to court, he was going to be allowed to sue Kissinger for the death of his father, the general that tried to stop the military coup. It was the headline in the New York Times the morning of September 11th, 2001. So it was a headline, and nobody paid attention to it because that happened. Also, Kissinger got up to the mic next to Giuliani that day. He was there. He was there with Giuliani. So, fun facts everywhere. That's a good one. That's a fucking good one, huh? I don't think a lot of people know that. I just found that out myself because you look into it. There's that documentary I gave you the link to in the feed. That's from Christopher Hitchens' book on the trial of Henry Kissinger. It's just
Mike,
like
that
they
podcast
prolonged
you're
the
listening.
Vietnam War so Nixon could get reelected. Fucking Jesus Christ. There's so many fucking people dead because of that guy.
That podcast you're listening to, Mike, about JFK.
Yeah, I only got 3 episodes. I don't know where the rest of them are.
I just listened to a couple, but I mean, it's the same stuff, I've heard, but it's kind of interesting, yeah.
Well, you put it all together, and
It's a mess. It's a mess.
something's fishy.
Yeah.
But JFK, man, he wanted to, he wanted to get out of Vietnam like in the 60s,
Yeah.
Establishment didn't want to do it, man,
Well, yeah.
People,
He was fucking with the wrong people. People would put a bullet in your head.
The war machine wanted to keep going in
Yes,
Vietnam.
that's right.
people were just killing people back then. If you had a political enemy, they just killed them.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
It's like they killed everybody back then. They killed Martin. They killed
They could.
everybody.
Because, it wasn't like cameras
Bobby?
everywhere and all that shit. Fucking face recognition. You can't, you're pinpointed every moment of the day now. It'd be hard to get a rifle and
It's like
just
it's
shoot
like you don't
somebody from across the street.
Assassination was the word back then, right? You don't hear that anymore, really.
Yeah.
Character
You know what else?
assassination. No, you get canceled
kinda-
now. There's still
You know what else
attacks.
is though, and this circles back to what you were talking about earlier. There are less assassinations happening now. There are less wars happening now than ever before.
That's true.
Less murders happening now than ever before. I read a Steven Pinker. I think it was Steven Pinker. I think that was his article, just showing all the statistics about how things are actually improving.
Yeah.
Even though we don't know about it because it doesn't make the news or whatever.
Are there less wars, or
Yeah,
is
there
it
is.
just
Yeah, there's
There
less
is.
people
Actually,
dying of
factually,
wars.
less
There's
war.
less people dying of disease. There's less
Less
people
war, but-
dying of poverty.
war, or
we're winning, and we can still launch
smarter?
rockets.
Hold on. Take a breath.
People getting smarter at countries are getting smarter at like not declaring war, but participating in wars
No,
behind.
no. Less killings all around. Like
It's just
less war.
less. It's not over. It's just
And
less.
they, he had the statistics to back it up. They had all the,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
It's
look
just-
into that.
Yeah, look at
Because I don't-
yeah, check it out. Just Google it.
My
Because
tongue,
if you
but
listen to the news, you're going to think there's more wars than ever. You're
Oh,
going
yeah,
to
don't
think there's
listen
more
to the
murder, there's
news.
more
Jesus.
crime.
look at all the
You're going to
wars.
think of that because you see the news, but it's not the truth.
Look at all the shit that's happening. It's all like by proxy now. You know.
Yeah, it's true, but it's smaller. It's
How
all
many
smaller.
How many wars are we in right now? Your average
Two.
person would say none. We're not, but we are.
We're in two.
Yeah, 2 major wars.
Yeah, but they're still not as big as they used to be. There's still less
Oh, it's
people
not a
dying
World War
in general.
It's not a World War III yet, but it could be at a drop of a hat, though. You know,
It could be, yeah. We could go up
Yeah.
again, sure.
It probably won't be though.
Well, could be World War III at a drop of a hat.
Drop
you
it in
know.
the hat.
But it probably won't be.
Yeah,
It ain't happened right up until right now.
just
Like I said, nobody's bombing my village. I'm glad. I'm glad of every moment I get to be here without that bullshit happening. Ain't nothing you can do about it anyway.
I think one of the lesson I learned most out of the last 40 years or more, 50 years or more is like, that mutual assured destruction thing. That's a real thing and a real preventative. That's why we haven't had a major war like World War II,
Yeah.
because it means mutually assured destruction. And I think that's a big factor.
the people who've been
That's
like
why
in
we do
charge-
things like proxy.
The thing is, the people who've been in charge of pushing that button, we've been lucky so far.
Well, we've had some close ones. Some really close ones.
We've been
Yeah.
lucky in that they've understood that. More
Yeah.
and more with technology and stuff. This stuff is going to become accessible to people who don't quite get that.
It already is. But,
When it was
at least we don't.
Khrushchev and Kennedy, those guys, yeah, they were like I said on the podcast. They were adversaries, yet they had an understanding. And those were the only 2 guys that had the button.
Right. Like Dave once said,
Now, man.
Dave once said, I felt more comfortable when the only people who had the button were the atheist countries.
Yeah.
That's something Dave said. I was like, yeah, that
Yeah,
You know?
I wasn't. Yeah, I thought atheist was a good one. I don't believe in nothing. Just I believe we're being attacked. For
so,
real.
Yeah, I know it's scary, but so far, until today, less
Well, so-
wars are happening in the world, and less people are dying from murders and wars in general. Until today, we know that.
That's been a
much.
trend a while, Mikey.
It's been
Man,
it's been a long-term trend.
You can
Less
see-
people dying of hunger.
Yeah, that's good. If
Disease.
you could see every
Malaria made fucking huge steps
Wait.
towards
He was
doing
saying
that
something.
do away with malaria.
if you could see every if there was a way with technology to see every baby being born at this moment, it'd be like,
People
They're
love
coming
the
out of a big pipe, just flowing out like a floodgate.
same way
People
on the
just
other
can't
end.
stop crawling over each other,
Same way on the other
jumping
end.
up
If you
and down.
could see everybody, if you could see everybody dying and leaving their bodies at this moment, it'd just be like this fucking wave, this tidal wave.
Hey, did you
people-
see Ghost? Did you ever see that movie Ghost, where the guy was just wearing a sheet?
No. Oh yeah, I think I started that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You didn't finish it?
I don't think I finished it. No.
Yeah,
So-
Casey Affleck was the ghost. He was actually
Yeah.
under the sheet the whole time.
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It's good.
Hmm.
The world changes around him. He haunts the place, but he could like sometimes make it. Yeah, it's cool. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I'll have to look for that again. Yeah, I don't know
Ghost.
why I didn't.
It's called Ghost, and you'll see the sheet. There's a guy standing with a sheet on him,
Yeah.
and the eyes, the Charlie Brown fucking ghost.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't stick with it. I don't remember.
It's worth it. Yeah.
So, but what were you saying there, though, before the ghost thing?
Death. Just he was, death.
Just some music on. like how big the planet is, how many people are on the planet right now, and the and how fast things can move and change. Like if you could see like technology, if you could see the growth of technology, it would just be like if there was a way to just see that, all of it, it would just be this whoosh,
Be a whoosh, all right.
faster and faster,
You can see it on graphs. You can graph it out.
You imagine it. I'm imagining it. Yeah.
You know what they call? You ever heard what they call the singularity?
Yeah.
That's when, our technology and knowledge have started off really slow, back in the Ice Age, and then it follows this curve until happens faster and faster and faster until it's going straight up.
Yep.
That's the singularity. When
Yeah.
technology starts producing itself, AI starts taking over production.
Writes code. They can write code. They write
know,
itself.
They keep pushing out the woolly mammoth thing, but the latest I heard was it's gonna be like in like 5 years.
Oh man, I can't wait.
They're gonna
I
have a
wanna
woolly
see a woolly
mammoth
mammoth.
steakhouse.
Yeah.
Woolly mammoths.
Yeah, I want to see a woolly mammoth.
Neanderthal cut.
That's something that we probably helped in putting out of existence, and so I don't think that there's a moral argument against bringing them back if you can, because
I've read that some scientists don't believe that we did it.
well, yeah, I mean it was more. We probably hurried it up. It was the
Environmental
climate
or
change that was
something.
doing it.
Something else changed. that
Climate
did 'em in.
change.
They were large animals too. They had to keep. There was a. You ever see that sloth? That giant sloth. There's still the yucca trees are around. Wait, they have the fruit, but the
Avocado.
giant sloths are gone. Yeah,
Avocado trees.
they're fucking cool.
Yep. There's still caves down in South America where those things had dug out, where they had their dens. They would dig out inside of a hill, and people would live in them. Thousands of years after they were gone. But
Yeah.
there's still some caves that exist that these things dug out.
I went to a cave in Boston in the desert. I went in a cave. I got down. It was like scat. And I'm standing in the cave going, what the fuck am I doing in here? I got the fuck out. What's in here? Mountain lion? You know what I mean? What the fuck? I went into a big hole in the side of a mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, hantavirus would be the.
Yeah, that would be my biggest worry in there too. I like going in caves, man.
Rats and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of rats in those places.
This is the desert,
Mice.
though.
Mice and rats in deserts.
Oh yeah, they live out there.
Oh, snakes.
Did you see the Foresty Forest thing when he's walking through Utah? Did you watch that?
No, I didn't see that.
Utah's beautiful. Jesus, that fucking state's beautiful.
He's walking through Utah, right? And with his little dog, and this bighorn sheep starts fucking looking at him and stomping his fucking feet,
Wow.
And then the sheep's like fucking coming down at him, He's up on a. And
All right.
Foresty's like, I don't know what to do here. And he starts walking backwards, And then the sheep's fucking, he's fucking full of testosterone, And he's fucking coming at him, man. And he's fucking running. Foresty and his dog start running, Helen. Pretty funny.
Oh man, I'll have to check that out.
They got to a point where they got to it. The sheep stopped and just sort of, snorted at him. And they were looking at him. The little dog's barking. And, yeah. He ends up walking away. The sheep ends up walking away. But he meant business, man.
I saw a video, one of those somebody posted things, and it was some fucking ram that was knocking people over and, just kicking everybody's ass around it.
Yeah. It's
Those things are wild. A guy I used to work for, Jed, had this ram was 350 pounds, and I saw it coming one day, and Jed was in his field, and this thing was coming right at him, and I yelled to Jed, "Look out!" And just in time, and he hit him, bang, knocked him down. And Jed grabbed that sheep by the head and just started pounding on his face.
Yeah. They're fucking ornery motherfuckers,
Oh yeah, didn't even hurt the sheep.
You ever see The Vitch?
They're made for that.
Did you ever see that movie, The Vitch? With they had goats on the set.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
I listened to the director commentary. He says all they did was eat the set. He says, look, they're eating the set right now. He says they just tore it apart. So they just kept eating the set. Right? We had to like film quick, and like the big black one, but Black Phillip, he was strong and shit. He did come at that. It was actually that was a stuntman, and it just lurched at him. He filmed it, and he went, "Fuck it, I'm using that, right?" But it just did what the fuck it wanted. They filmed Black Phillip doing things.
Just turn him loose and film him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an
great
interesting.
movie.
That was an interesting movie.
I like that movie a lot. You know, at the beginning when they're leaving the colony, they've been banished, right? And they open the gates, and you can see like the village. He says that was just the gate, like a little bit of fence, and that was like framed that way. It's fucking great, you know. I think it was like Sturford Village or something like that, some place that reenacts
Plymouth.
colonial shit.
Plymouth, I think.
Yeah, it was a great movie though. I like that. Those kids were great. That they looked like old people. They were dressed like old people, but they were children.
What was it called?
The Witch, but it's two V's.
Two V's.
Yeah.
The Vivitch.
It's fucking great. Is that a girl? She plays Morgan, right? She was in that chess thing on Netflix, right? That girl. She's in a lot of shit.
Amber Taylor-Joy.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the chess one. I played chess so much. I used to see pieces. Like I used to imagine pieces. I used to imagine people's pieces. And like, so when she's looking at the ceiling and watching moves, I go, fuck, I used to do that. I used to play with my friend on the ship every day. Like into the night, just get stoned and play chess. I started seeing that too. I started just imagining.
Chess is great. You know? I used to play with my cedar all the time. And then I put it down for years, you know, and I wanted to get back into it. So I went online. I said, there must be something online, right? Where you can play
there's
other
computer games. Yeah, that's the only play. I play chess with a computer because...
Yeah. So there's a computer. You can play a computer, but you can also play real people.
Yeah, you can.
So I did. I went on and I went years without playing, right? And I went on and I played a real person, but low level. You know, I picked someone who was beginner level and got my ass beat, man, like right away, you know?
I'm playing all my life, and I got to do beginner. I can get probably one once in a while, but one level up from that, I can draw. I get a draw. That's my best. But usually I fuck it up. But it's good. You can like go back. Like I'm always losing to the computer.
I'm always drifting off and not paying attention. I get really so bored, and it's such a great game, but I just like get halfway in it, and I'm like, I don't even care. I want to go somewhere else.
Human's better because a human's going to make a mistake. That's really what you're waiting for when you're playing somebody else who's like at least at your level. You're waiting for one of you to make a mistake first. That's all. You know.
Someone's going to get distracted.
But yeah, just waiting for that.
Me.
It's like ping pong. You just keep
Someone's going to get distracted.
Yeah. Oh, look at it.
Look, a squirrel.
Look.
Oh, you just took my queen. What the
Look,
fuck?
a bong hit.
Was it that woman
Look,
I just
a
heard
bong.
about? She was like a was it chess or was it like another card game or something? But she was like at the top level, and there was going to be a series in Saudi Arabia, but she refused to go, and therefore giving up her rank, giving up all kinds of money, but she just like made this moral stance and refused to go because the way they treat women over there.
Yeah.
About that.
Not only that, you might get. She could get in trouble. She could have been in jail for just being a woman. You know, so fuck this. I ain't going over there. It's against the law to be a woman. You know, and I'm a woman, so. Pass.
I got an interesting chess. I got an interesting chess story. I met this guy who had been stationed in Nepal for many years. He worked for the government, and he was stationed in Nepal for many years. And he said there was these parks where these old guys, all they do all day is smoke hash and play chess in the park.
Oh, it's like me and Andy, that guy in the show.
And if you want to play against these guys, no matter how sober you are, they're smoking hash and they're kicking your ass.
Focus, man.
It's like these guys, these old men, just smoking Nepalese hash all day and playing chess.
See, you're tired,
Cool life.
man. They ain't worried about nothing. They ain't worried about nothing. All they're worried about is the next move in their chess game. That's where you should be, in the moment. That's perfect.
Yeah, they're so old, they're able to focus on that.
Exactly what you should be doing all the time, even when you're young.
Yeah, you should be able to.
There's only now, and no bombers hit me, and nothing's been nuked, and so right now.
Yep. Right now, good, man.
Now's good.
Ask me how I am.
Look at this.
An hour, but right now it's okay.
I think it was a spaceship.
I don't know what that
I
is.
just saw a UFO in Dave's.
These are cool.
Froze.
I have no pants on, by the way.
Oh, nice.
I'm not wearing pants.
Awesome.
Can't unimagine that now.
I can't. I either. No. Now I'm thinking about whipped cream. What the fuck?
No wonder Laura's not downstairs.
Fucking brain sucks. It's always doing things. I got like these. I actually like. I got what I call the ruminator. I actually would give them images so I could look at it and say "shut up." Like there's things in my head that talk. The ruminator,
okay.
right? They're just talking about something like somebody gave me shit earlier in the day, and I'm thinking of that guy. I fucking hate that guy. Blah, 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 blah. So it's a ruminator. So I just I imagine them as like a blob of shit. I don't know why. That's how it just appeared, right? They got the other one where you want to be a hero, like wow, if I, you checkout line and somebody pulls a gun and you're the guy that fucking flies in and fucking saves the day, right? So like I call that guy the superhero. He actually just wears tights, right? And I tell him, shut the fuck up. Like these annoying things, like your brain, like if you let it, it'll say this shit, the hero, the ruminator, all these motherfuckers, right, distracted me, right? So yeah, I give them images and I tell them to shut up, and they go away for a while. But yeah, it says, "Oh, you're back." I talk to them like that. "Oh, you're back? Get the fuck out of here!" You know, like the superhero. Yeah, you're gonna save the. Yeah, it's gonna be you. You throw a rock at the guy, and then everybody, you get your face in the paper and shit. That guy, the superhero. And the ruminator too, just the problems and shit.
The ruminator is a bad one.
I hate that guy. Ooh.
Yeah.
But I have like the weapon. I have a weapon, right? It's called Indifference. Like it's Indifference. It's like a gun, and it shoots indifference at them.
You're good at that.
See, some people go to India and spend all that money sitting at the mom to learn how to do that stuff. They
Who needs
just
the Buddha? We got Dave.
Yeah.
they shoot the shit out.
But you know what I mean, right? Those annoying guys, those things.
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Fucking give them just imagine what they would imagine, and then something will appear. You'll appear like the superhero is great. It showed up. It's just like the lower part of Superman with the panties on the outside, like that. I don't know. I can't see the rest of him. That's all I can see. He just comes running in. He's probably wearing a cape. But the Ruminator is a blob of shit. It's like a blob of shit and poorly lit, right?
All right, so
but it's shit.
So I just recently watched the video, and it was a neuroscientist, a woman who studies brains, right, and consciousness and all this stuff, and she was describing the brain just like you are. She has a PhD, but she was saying like you're not one person. You have all these different people inside that are you, different aspects of you.
Get to know
which
them.
one comes to the fore, like the superhero or the Ruminator, whatever one comes to the fore, that's who you are for that moment.
Yeah, you look at me in
She
the eye,
described it the
get
same
out of
way.
here.
She's got a PhD.
Yeah.
Piled higher and deeper.
Yeah. The superhero's great. He shows, oh, look who's here now. That's what I do. That's how I talk to him.
What about when you're thinking about spending a large sum of money?
Oh.
And with that guy that comes in, oh no, man, you're gonna need that. You're gonna be fucked one day and need that money, you know.
Yeah.
I like to travel light. I kind of got that one down too. It's liberate. Like stuff owns you. You know, you don't own stuff. Stuff owns you.
Well, yeah. But you still have to buy stuff now and then.
Yeah, I got stuff. Yeah, I got stuff.
Like when you've got to buy a new laptop or a new computer, right? You like, fuck.
I bought a new. This
do
one
I really
is,
need this? That other
old.
guy comes in and says, "Don't buy that. That's don't spend that money."
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't. I got an old one.
So let's two guys fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, oh yeah, imagine that. Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, it's the good guy, bad guy, the angels. That's old. I mean, it's not nothing new. You know, just give. But find those other ones like there's some like that just bug you. You yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get it.
You can make money with that instrument, you know, and pay it back, or
Yeah.
No, might not be able to get gigs anymore. You can't afford that instrument now.
Fuck it.
What?
Buy the instrument.
Why do you need that instrument? You got one that's almost as good.
Buy it. Get it.
Yeah, see what I
Yeah,
mean?
hobbies.
Get
I
it.
know. Yeah.
Buy the guitar, Mike.
Telescopes,
Life is short.
Fucking a bunch of shit. I've been into stuff. I've gotten stuff because I was into stuff. I got a shotgun. I love trap. I shot trap for a long time.
The life
I
is
got a
short.
bunch of guitars.
Yeah.
The life is short, guy. Hey, life is
Yep.
short, man. You can't take it with you. That guy.
I got to pay the rent next week, guy. Life is short, and I got to pay the rent.
It'll be shorter if I have to sleep outside.
Ooh.
I love that life is short guy, but he just doesn't hang around long enough.
Yeah.
I want to be his friend.
Yeah, who don't? Right?
I want more friends like you. But where'd you go? Where'd you go, man?
No, I always got that other guy hanging around all the time.
The other guy's like persistent.
He's there every month. What the fuck? You got to pay the rent. Fuck.
See? You had a doctor's appointment. See? It's going to cost more than you think. It's going to cost more than you think.
Surprise. Thought you were going to get ahead, didn't you?
So you just got to do what Dave does and tell that guy to screw.
Bro. Quit
Those,
ruining. Treat it with indifference. There's that one. When you meet somebody who's a rude person, right? Somebody who's like throwing a fit or some shit like that, right? It's called like the heat of the moment. That heat of the moment, right? So like, what you do is you treat it with indifference. Like, yeah, don't give a fuck, right? Oh, and then empathy. Try some like maybe his father's dying of cancer and he's or something, and that's why he's freaking out in the fucking checkout line, Indifference and empathy. And you can breeze through life pretty easy if you go down that. The heat of the moment. You gotta watch out for the heat of the moment because you gotta go. Oh yeah, right. That the heat of the moment when you meet the rude guy. You know what I mean?
The other thing you do is, I've heard Joe Rogan talk about this. He pictures people as being babies.
Well, whatever works for you.
It works,
Yeah.
But that's his way. He was okay. He was a baby once, He was a defenseless baby. Still is in some ways, And
I like to picture people how they were in school so that I can read them. Oh, I know that guy. That was that guy that was that jock, or that was that guy that was the science nerd. Or I know that person,
That was the stoner.
Yeah.
My people.
It's funny.
This
The nerds
call
all
is
got-
about to end.
The nerds all got the money. And the girls followed,
All right, boys.
Later.
Take care. See you later out there in YouTube land.
Yeah.
Whoever
And the Bay
those
of
14
Fundy.
people are who look at us.
And remember, I am now called Dave Fundy.